What is going on, people? Welcome to the Midwest Mike Sports Show. I am your host, Mike Klean, and I am joined here by the one, the only Midwest Mike. What's going on, buddy?
Not too much, man. Big weekend. That was huge day yesterday. That was
huge.
Awesome. Felt great. Especially after my worst 3-day stretch ever. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday is all right. Should have been bigger. Could have, should have. But then yesterday we knocked it out of the park. So a little over 17 units yesterday, almost 23 units in the last 2 days. And I was just looking. We're down 2.8 units since December 31st. So we are pretty close to even on the year. But as you know, before we lost 40 units in 3 days, we were up. So nothing we can do about it now, but just keep rolling and get back in the green on the year and just keep going. So
absolutely, man. Absolutely. We haven't had one of those bigger, like 15 plus unit days in a long time. So it was a nice taste.
Well,
it was a nice taste.
And it was mainly all 2-unit plays. I mean, we had 1 3-unit play and then that 5-unit parlay. So it's 4-0 NBA sweep, 3-0 college basketball sweep. It was good, man.
It was good. Everybody's hyped up about it. The card yesterday was great. Card today is shaping up very nicely. You do have some plays posted if you want to talk about what you have posted.
I think I got 7 plays posted, a couple 1-unit plays. I got a 3-unit NBA play of the day and a bunch of 2-unit college basketball, a 2-unit NBA, and then a 1-unit NHL and a 1-unit college basketball. So mainly college basketball, 2 NBA and 1 NHL.
Love it.
And then I also have 3 unofficial parlays already posted. My card's pretty much final. I'll likely have 1 more straight bet, 1 more low risk parlay or something coming. But other than that, we're good to go.
I love it, man. Let's keep these 2 days rolling here. We got Lucas Jones in the house. What up, Lucas?
What's going on, brother?
How we doing? We got Ryan in here. Signed up for his first
week.
Appreciate
you, Ryan.
Awesome, Ryan.
Appreciate you on Facebook too, liking the stuff. We just launched a Facebook page, so trying to grow that. So appreciate the love there, man.
And leave a nice review if you got one for the Facebook page. We trying to build that up. So slate today. What would you like to start with? Because my NBA slate is very short, and the plays you have posted, I would love to talk about, but we can't. So maybe we want to start off with college hoops today. We do have a free play that we just posted up. If you guys go give that a like and comment on TikTok, Instagram, and all the rest of them, that'd be greatly appreciated. But take it away.
Yeah, it's I got, I think, 4 college basketball plays, 3 2-units, 1 unit. I got a free play on probably the biggest game of the night, Oklahoma State and Baylor. Oklahoma State had won 5 in a row, and then they lost their last 4 now. But you can't really fault them. Let me pull it up here because it was against really good teams. I know they lost to, let's see here, Kansas, TCU, West Virginia, and K-State. 2 of those were on the road. So you can't really fault them for losing to Kansas at home. Can't really fault them for losing TCU on the road. West Virginia on the road's a tough game. And then K-State, they should have won this weekend. We were on Oklahoma State. Had they won, we would have went 4-0 in 3-unit college basketball plays on Saturday. They had an 8-point lead late in the second half, ended up losing by 5. They just couldn't hit wide open looks down the stretch, and game got away from them. So that's one they should have won. But this is a big game. They need this game for any tournament hopes. This would be a quad 1 win for them. It's senior night. Oklahoma State starts. There's 3 starters that are seniors. I mean, they got some other ones too, but I mean, they got three out of 5 starters that are seniors. So big night there. And this would go a long ways in them making the tournament. So, and Keontae George got hurt for Baylor. We were on Baylor on Saturday, cashed on them. Their leading scorer, Keontae George, he's a stud. He's a freshman. He also leads the team in 3-point shots made. He left the game hurt. He's not playing tonight, so that's a big loss for Baylor. And at the end of the day, Oklahoma State just needs this game a lot more than Baylor. It's not why I'm betting on them. I like the spot a lot. It's tough winning on the road in the Big 12. Baylor's actually 4-4 on the road in the Big 12. 3 of their 4 wins have come against the bottom tier teams in the Big 12. Oklahoma, that they only won by 2. Texas Tech, that they won by 7. West Virginia by 5, and then TCU by 4. So even the few that they have won on the road have been, 2-point game, 4-point game, 5-point game. They've been tight games. And this is a tough stretch for Baylor. I mean, their last 5 games, they played TCU on the road. They played West Virginia at home. They played Kansas on the road, K-State on the road, and then Texas. And they lost their last 2 road games against Kansas and K-State, and then bounced back Saturday against Texas. That's why we're on Baylor on Saturday. The spot for them there at home against Texas. I think if Oklahoma State can protect the ball, limit the turnovers, it's kind of been one of their big problems.
Yep.
And hit some wide open looks like they didn't down the stretch. Saturday, they should have no problem winning this game. I'd like them to win outright. I bought that point and did +2 -120 just because I've had an unbelievable amount of games that I've lost by 1 or 2 points here lately.
It's been ridiculous, the amount.
Yeah. And when you look at these Big 12 games, 2-point game, 4-point game, it's likely going to be a tight game. Just hopefully at the end, Oklahoma State comes out on top, because up until yesterday, pretty much, Saturday and yesterday, we had a stretch of probably over 10 games where, either team could win it down the stretch, and 10 times straight, our team didn't. That wasn't the team. So we're due for some positive regression there. So, and we got a couple yesterday. We got Michigan, that Dickinson 3 at the end. If you saw that was freaking nuts. 1.8 seconds left. Even takes a dribble, gets it off. Had the defender for Wisconsin even tipped that ball. He wouldn't even got a shot off. It would have been the game. So that, and then UCLA, I kind of thought they'd win, might not cover. I know there's a lot of sharp money on Colorado +7, but I liked them to win, and they pulled out the win. The Michigan game was a lot more sweaty, although that was a game that Michigan led pretty much the whole game and then kind of pissed it away at the end.
Right.
Same thing with Denver last night. We got it in OT. Just wild swings, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, those NBA spots, man, they the sport of runs, dude. It's just wild. I actually almost rather be down in the first quarter, in the first half, and come climbing back than these teams that come out to a massive lead. It always seems to just dwindle down at the end, especially if it's on ABC or ESPN, man. Look at the Lakers yesterday. Man. Just wild. Just
the Lakers,
wild.
The Clippers.
35. Come on, man. That's just wild.
Lakers,
wild.
Clippers, and Warriors, all 3.
Yeah.
Just the Clippers didn't end out on top.
Right.
Nuggets did it in overtime. So.
Yep. Yes, they did.
But the Wolves were up 9 in the 4th and lost. Mavs were up, I don't even know how many, 20-some points and lost.
I thought they were up 30-something at one point, the Mavs.
Was it 30-something?
Early, yeah. It was nuts, dude. It was nuts. Personally, I was on the Lakers money line, and I was going nuts, man. I was going nuts. I was going nuts. Yeah, the Warriors, they flipped the script. So the last time that they played the Wolves, they blew a 10-point lead in the 4th. So then they were down
Yeah.
9, and then they went on maybe I think it was like a 20, 21-5 run to close out. And I actually tweeted, I was like, the Wolves can't close. I texted to you too. The Wolves don't close, champions close. Wolves are far from that. So,
Oh yeah.
and Clay, man, Clay is back. He's proven it now that Steph's out. And you know what? If you're rooting for the Warriors, come playoff time, this is actually going to help them that Steph was out. I actually think that. DiVincenzo's starting to get some real reps and some real confidence. Poole, he's commanding. And Clay is just finding his mojo back, man. And it is just a pleasure to watch. It's a pleasure to watch. But there you have it, guys. That's today's free play. Oklahoma State +2, -120 to win 2 units. Like I was saying, go give the TikTok video a like and comment. It really helps us out with the algorithm, boosting the plays, and we want everybody to cash together. So let's get this one. Extend
Yeah,
that
we
fantastic record.
pushed Saturday's free play.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I gave one. It just wasn't didn't do a video on it. It was posted on the chalkboard and Telegram. If you're not a free subscriber, you can go to the website midwestmikesports.com, top of the homepage, click the link.
Mm-hmm.
But we're at 26, 11, and 3, 70% in the last 40, 15, 5, and 2, 75% on 22 2-unit free plays this year, and 13, 5, and 1, 72% in the last 19. So free plays have been rolling. So.
They have, man. Absolutely. And to celebrate the past 2 days, plus about 23 units, we also do have 23% off today going. Ends at midnight, weekly, monthly, yearly, memberships, and extensions. So take advantage of that while you can if you want to hop on for this week, month, or full-on year, baby. I like it. I don't know how much there is to talk about it, but you certainly have to be excited about the MLB because spring training has officially started. Games are being played. I don't know if any wagers are being done, but
no, there's a lot of new rules though.
Yeah.
This whatever they call it, pitch clock. I mean, these pitch clock violations now. You got so many seconds unless there's a man on base, then I think you get 20 seconds instead of 15 seconds to start your windup or whatever.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting this year. Just that and the shift rules and all that stuff. So there's a lot that's changed. Be interesting to see how that affects pitchers, hitters. I mean, everybody. So
I haven't done much reading about it, but I did see it on First Take today. They were talking about it. I don't even know. I don't know if that even betters the game, man. You know what I mean? Like, I understand they're trying to speed it up for the
bigger
younger
bases.
demographic. I don't think that they're making the right moves. I mean, the all they need to do is start marketing their players better. That's all they need to do. I mean, think about this rule. I don't know what it all entails, but I mean, is this going to come into play in playoff games now? You know, are they going to, how are they going to work that? I mean, that's just, I get the certain amount of time, that's fine. But if it's going to come into play and actually affect ball games, I don't feel like it makes the sport any better. I really don't.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
We'll see.
We will see.
We'll see. I haven't really watched any preseason yet, to be honest with you. So I haven't.
Well, it just started Friday, so thought we'd just talk about it for a second there. Okay, NBA. I mean, you have two great spots posted. Are any more spots coming?
Not in the NBA. No, I think there's only 4 or 5 games.
Right. Very short slate today.
Yeah, there's 4 games. They got plays on 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Heat Philly spot's interesting. I mean, Miami. I texted you this yesterday.
Yeah.
Actually hoping Miami loses this game because then they play again on Wednesday. So Wednesday, Miami might be a look possibly.
Right.
If they lose today, I think they've lost 4 or 5 straight now. They've been bad against Philly too.
They have.
I don't have a play on this game. This one is more for me just to watch and pay attention to for the next game when they meet again on Wednesday. So
Right.
could be a little quick revenge spot there. But yeah, that's at 6. I don't see how I could touch Miami here. I mean, I've been on Philly the last 2 games. We cashed our 3 or 4 unit play of the day on them against Memphis,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a big comeback win. They were down
Huge.
the whole game. They
Yep.
played so bad, and Embiid started like 0 for 9.
So bad, dude.
Although he ended up having a crazy game, tied his rebound record or something that game,
Yeah.
and whatever. Block
Mhm.
City, fucking 3-4 huge blocks at the end.
Well,
And
he did something that I've seen him not do in the past, which is when his points aren't going, he actually stepped up in other areas of his game. He's like, okay, I can still contribute. Other times in the past, I've seen him, he's not having a good game. You might as well just sit him on the bench and play him tomorrow because he's just mentally gone. So
yeah.
I like seeing that.
And then the Celtics game had a 2-unit play on them +2, and they ended up losing by 3. The Tatum 3, and then that Embiid actually tied the game, but it was just milliseconds late, that full court buzzer beater. So Philly's one of the better home court teams, not as good as the Nuggets, but they're really good at home, tough to bet against at home.
Yep.
I mean, this is their 5th straight home game. 3rd one since the break. So, I mean, they've been home for a while, haven't had to travel. Miami's just a mess right now.
Yeah.
Lost 4 straight. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 1-8 in the last 9 against the spread. They're dealing with a couple injuries. I don't know if Tyler Hero's playing today or not.
Think he's
I don't
questionable.
think
Yeah.
that hasn't been announced yet. But
No.
so I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised though for like him maybe to sit out this one, get a little healthy, and then big revenge game on Wednesday. But we'll see. I just don't see Miami coming in breaking. I mean, maybe they cover. I don't know. I'm not going to be betting on it, but I don't see him coming in and winning this outright in Philly tonight. I don't see that. So
I get you. I kind of want the Heat money line.
you do?
I do.
Today? Not on Wednesday?
Why not? I get what you're saying, but I mean, the Heat are still.
think it's going to set up. I think it's going to set up a big spot on Wednesday. That's what I think.
But I mean, to me, I think that Miami is a team that has moseyed all year. We've seen them turn up. Last year, they moseyed all year. Second half, they come alive. I think that this is just an ultimate buy low spot after 4 straight losses. 3 of them on a road. They're having a terrible road trip. Brooklyn, they should have beat. Milwaukee, okay, that's fine. Charlotte, they definitely should have beat. I just think it's a buy low spot, and Philly has played some really tough games. I could just see them. I could see the Miami Heat sneaking this one out and shocking the people, because I believe that this line, if the Heat were playing good basketball, could be a little bit closer than -6 or +6 for the Heat. So I like it. I mean, I think there's some value there on that money line. I do. I mean, it's still the
I think they
NBA.
lose Wednesday's game's in Miami, so I think they lose this one and then bounce back big at home and beat Philly outright at home on Wednesday. But we'll see. If Miami does win this game, then I probably won't touch Wednesday's game. But if Philly wins today, Miami, I think, will be a pretty good look on Wednesday. So it's one of the games that I've had circled and kind of mapped out if this happens. So we'll see.
I love it. I love it, man. What about this Celtics Knicks game? You got anything on that?
I don't know, man. I kind of want to take the Knicks there, but just betting against Boston is like betting against the Bucks right now, and it's just not a good idea. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it was a bigger spread, yeah, because Boston's kind of been shitty at covering the spread, but they've found ways just to win games. It's a short spread, so you're more or less kind of taking them to win, unless you get lucky and it's a 2-point game and get the cover at 2.5 or something. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, Brown's out. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the
I don't know.
Knicks.
I just don't want to bet against Boston. I like the Knicks, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Boston win it. So that's why I'm just staying away from it and not touching it.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I mean, it's very hard to obviously go against the Celtics here, but the Knicks are playing really good basketball. The season series is split, so I'm not really looking at any revenge angle here. Boston coming off that, big win against the 76ers. And on deck, on the first, they do have the Cavaliers at home Wednesday, ESPN spot.
Who does?
The Celtics, which is actually a double revenge spot this year on Wednesday for the Celtics. The Cavs have got them both times. I'm not saying that they're going to overlook the Knicks, but I could see the Knicks coming in here and squeaking this one out. Boston took care of business. They got, 2 games out of the 3-game road trip. They go back home to and buckle down and beat Cleveland. I could see it happening.
Where are the Knicks in the Eastern standings right now?
Let's see. NBA. I just feel like the Knicks, this game means more to the Knicks. The Knicks are the 6th seed and Boston clearly the number 1. But still, Milwaukee right there, half game back. I understand it means both of them, but if there was ever a spot
the
for the
East
Knicks to come
is
in,
so much different than the West, man. So much different. It's crazy.
I know. It is.
I think the Nuggets win the West, and it's either Celtics or Bucks in the East. We got that Nuggets futures.
Mm-hmm.
The Nuggets healthy, man. I think they go to the finals this year. I really do. I mean, the Cavs could do something. I mean, they're good. I mean, Sixers too. I just don't think the Sixers and Cavs are just there as far as on the level of the Celtics and the Bucks in the East. But we'll see.
Not in a 7-game series. I can't see it. Mark thrown in here. Thoughts on the back-to-back NHL, Detroit, Ottawa?
Yeah, not too much. I can't answer that as far as how often in the NHL. We've seen it more in the NBA now this year. Mm-hmm. Just with the Commissioner Silver doing stuff like that, so they don't have to travel and give them a day off, rather than doing not really, I guess, a back-to-back. Usually you'll see them play and then have a night off and then stay in the same city for 3 days and then play again. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't have I'm not in love with the NHL slate today. I got one play, and this game would actually probably be my second play if I had one. It'd probably be on the Red Wings money line at the plus money. I have another just 1 unit play in the NHL that's a plus money play today too. I would probably go Red Wings here today. But I haven't dug into it a whole lot. Yeah, they play tomorrow too. Right now, it's about the same line too, which is interesting. Both about minus 130, which that could change, after today's game. But
sure.
Let's check out the splits on this one. Ottawa's getting the bigger money, 44% tickets, 72% of the money. And on the spread, 38% tickets, 98% money. I think Detroit's like 7-2 in their last 9. I've actually gone against Detroit here a couple of times on their win streak just because they've been outshot in like damn near every single game besides that Tampa game that they got majorly. They outshot Tampa big time, and Tampa beat them 3-0, which was on Tampa and the Bruins 2-team parlay or something on Saturday, I think. But they've been Red Wings just keep winning despite getting outshot. They're hot right now. Ottawa 1, 2, 3, 4-3 in their last 7. This is Ottawa's first home game back after 3 on the road. Sometimes those can be weird little flat spots. So especially if the Red Wings win tonight, then it could set up a good spot for Ottawa on Tuesday. So
absolutely.
That's kind of part of it, is kind of mapping stuff out, kind of like that Heat Philly game. I hope Philly wins tonight, because then I think it'll set up a big spot for the Heat on Wednesday. Similar spot here. I probably won't touch the Red Wings officially or I probably, not going to touch the game at all, honestly. But if I had to lean, I'd lean Red Wings and then take Ottawa probably on Tuesday. So let's see here. Yeah, Red Wings had 5 straight on the road, and then they had 2 at home, and now they're back out on the road for at least these 2. I haven't looked ahead into March yet. And then they're back home, and then for 1, and then back on the road for another 2. So it's kind of a weird schedule spot for the Red Wings, kind of going back and forth, home and road. But yeah, I just personally don't love the NHL slate enough. I mean, I got one unit play, and I'll just tell you what it is. It's on the Blackhawks money line plus 110. I just don't think the Ducks should be favored versus anybody right now. I've been burned by the Blackhawks lately, I'll admit it. But they got some young guys. They're pretty much an AHL roster right now, but there's guys that are, I mean, Max Domi's, he got his teeth, the Sharks game. I watched that because we needed that at the end on Saturday to hit a parlay. And he literally got a few teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
No penalty. And then comes out, I think, 18 seconds and that happened at the end of the second. And then he comes out 18 seconds into the period and scores a fucking goal in the third. Like, fuck you guys. And it was on a banner night. The Sharks had a sold out crowd. Yeah. Just no respect for it. Fucking love it. And buried one. So
he's a gamer, man. He's a gamer. I know
they got some other guys too, young guys that are just proving themselves, and
they do.
So,
yeah, I mean, like you said, it's an AHL team at this point, and it's pretty much the Wild West. Who's going to make the roster next season? And it's looking like Kane's going to be gone, and Domi's probably a trade piece as well.
When's that trade going through? I thought because they already did a trade to free up room to make that happen. So
right. I have a feeling that they are probably discussing details on how much Kane is worth, because I don't know how much the Rangers have to give up. I think the Rangers is his only destination that he wants to go to because he wants to play with Panarin again. That was always been clear. And because of that, I was actually looking at some NHL futures to win the Cup. And the Rangers sitting at plus 1,000 right now. It's not like they don't have the pieces. You go get Patrick Kane?
They got the pieces, but I think it's the Bruins' year, man. In which I know they're the favorite to do it. Or the Avs. I even like the Avs. I think the Avs will come on come playoff time. They're already starting to come on now. Here at the end of the year. I like the Rangers. They're kind of like, they're just inconsistent.
Yeah.
Nobody's more consistent than Boston right now. I mean, they're just a train. Offense, defense, goaltending, they got everything. Yeah. The Rangers have just they'll win 6 straight, and then like now I think they just lost 4 straight or something. You know what I mean? Like they're just so up and down.
Well, you
the
get
other
Patrick
actual play
Kane.
that
I mean, we'll get more consistent.
We'll see. Yeah, I agree.
I like
the other spot, the one spot I take that back. The other spot I like probably the best is the Bruins tonight versus Edmonton. I know there's some sharp money on Edmonton here, but I don't give a shit. The line's been coming down. That's why I haven't played it or posted it yet. Just see what I think last time I looked, it was down to 130. Here's the deal. We know Edmonton can score, but the Bruins have the best defense, and the Edmonton defense is just pathetic. So bad. Edmonton could be up 4-0 end of the first period, and the Bruins could win this shit 7-4. We've seen it happen. So this could even be a live spot if Edmonton goes up big early. I might even throw something in the chat and sprinkle something on the live line on the Bruins. So we'll see. Not sure how I'm going to play it. I even like a sprinkle on the puck line plus 175 on the puck line. I mean, if they're up 1 at the end, even an empty netter, or they just fucking blow them out. So that Edmonton defense is just so bad.
Atrocious.
But that's why I kind of like the Blackhawks tonight. The Ducks just give up so many shots on goal that you're getting the Blackhawks at plus money. I don't see anywhere in the world how the Ducks should be favored minus 135, even against the Blackhawks right now. And I'm sure that's partly because Kane's out. We saw the same thing on the Sharks line. I mean, the Sharks were fucking minus 200 versus the Blackhawks, which is crazy because the Sharks have won like fucking 5 home games this whole season. So, but I'm sure since Kane's out, you know what I mean? But
it's all perceived value, my friend.
But I'd still value. It's hard to bet against the Bruins. It's kind of like betting against the Bucks right now. We're on a 14-game win streak in the NBA. You know what I mean? And the price is cheap enough. It's not like you're laying a bunch of juice to bet them. I mean, minus 130 on the money line, or you can even take puck line plus 175. Definitely some value there.
We've hit a couple spots on the Bruins when the money line was decently priced, minus 130, minus 135. I remember hitting a couple spots. So I think one was before All-Star break, if I'm not mistaken. Mark grabbed the Blackhawks team total over 2.5 last night, minus 150.
I like that. You know, they're going to get a ton of shots on goal. They got guys trying to prove themselves. Max Domi, he'll probably have a goal or two tonight.
Sure.
I like that a lot.
I like it a lot as well.
And I think if Chicago wins, they will score 3 or more, and that's why I took the just the money line at the plus money, plus 110, risk 900 to win a G, pretty much. You know what I mean? So
I love it, man. And traditionally, I was actually at the Blackhawks Ducks game a couple weeks back where the Ducks finally beat them. But if I'm not mistaken, the Blackhawks have owned the Ducks over the past couple seasons. I think they won
their last head-to-head
before the last one, which the Ducks won in overtime. I was there, but before that, they owned it.
I know they won the last 4 before that: 3-0, 8-3, 4-2, 3-2. Yeah. So it's interesting. The last 2 have. Wonder where the money is at on the total on this. The last 3 have actually stayed at 6 and under. The last 2, 5 goals. One before that, 6. Money's on the over on this one. It's just interesting that it's at 6 and not 6.5. You know what I mean? That's weird.
Last one went under. I remember
because the Ducks can score. They just neither team can really. You know, they both give up a ton of goals. It's just weird. It's at 6 and not 6.5.
Now, as we get closer to the end of the NHL season here, these bottom feeder teams that are kind of, playing for draft picks and stuff like that, how do you go about that, capping those spots? Like, this is a perfect example. Both of these teams want the first overall pick. I mean, I understand that the Blackhawks, the new people on the ice, have motivation, and they've shown it in their recent win streak. But as we move forward, is this kind of just no touch games, or you think that you still find value there?
I'm not as familiar with drafts in NHL, and it's not like the NBA, how you already know who's getting taken number 1 by whoever wins it. So I can't say that a team's going to tank to get this guy in the NHL, because I don't know players like that in the NHL like I do in NBA and NFL and, those other sports and stuff. So it's hard for me to answer that, to be real. But what I've noticed is a lot of these minus 350 money lines get beat outright. So a lot, you know what I mean? So it might change a little bit more down the stretch, if there is tanking and stuff going on. But right now, I mean, there's not a lot of that. It seems like if they're priced over 300, they lose. If they're priced under, they win. It's weird. Like a minus 250, they'll win. Minus 350, minus 400, nope. Maybe the minus 650 Leafs here and there will win on the money line and not the puck line, or some weird shit like that.
Right.
But who's gonna lay 600 to win 100 on the Leafs?
Many people, actually. Many.
Well, you shouldn't be, but maybe in a parlay. Not even
many people. I wouldn't even touch that shit in a parlay, man. For what? It ain't even. What is it going to bring up? A couple bucks. I try to tell all my friends stuff like that. They'll have a bunch of parlays with minus 600s, minus 400. I'm like, what are you doing? I understand what you're thinking, but one of those is going to bust it up, and that's always what happens. So it's all just perceived value. That's all it is. That's all it is. I actually hit a spot on when
Well,
Kane had the hat trick when I was in the stadium. What was it, last week? I believe the
that was the Leafs game.
Leafs. Yeah, I think they were a
-3,
minus 320 or something like that. Hawks ended up winning.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. We
That's
got Matt
what I'm
in
saying.
the house. Coach Mike calling the plays.
And this is that time of the year where you'll start to see the money lines get really juiced. It's like in MLB at the end of the year where, earlier on in the season, it would have been 180 and now it's, minus 320, in September in the MLB or something. So, but yeah, it just, and then you might have teams experimenting with goalies, pulling up a guy to see how he does. And that shit can get a little weird too, because, they're motivated obviously to have a good showing to try to make a roster spot or something. And they might have bad numbers in the AHL or something. And then, allow one goal or, shut a team out or something. So just got to be careful with some of that stuff. But
absolutely, man.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely,
nothing tops the NBA swings.
I love them though.
That I'll never understand how you can be up 30 something and just let a team come back every fucking night in a game. Like it's insane. Well, it's insane. In college basketball, a team's up 30, that shit more than likely is over. Sometimes you'll see like Texas was down 16-18, came back and won, but that's like setting a school record. You know what I mean? Or that Texas A&M game or whatever. That's like borderline pushing it. Like if you're down more than 20 in college basketball, it's pretty much a wrap most of the time.
Yeah.
Not
well, I've noticed that a lot of people enjoy watching college, sometimes more than the NBA due to that. They enjoy seeing the kids go out there and try their ass off on a nightly basis where, the NBA, perfect example is yesterday with the Mavs. They go up, 30-35 on the Lakers. Realistically, all they had to do was keep it going, and the Lakers end up winning outright. I mean, the NBA is the best marketed league in the world, so that's good TV, that's good entertainment right there. I even text you yesterday. I go, "Hey man, it's ABC. This game's gonna get close. It's gonna get close. It's on ABC." Bam! It got close. It's just. When I look at the NBA, man, I don't just take in, I know you don't as well. You can't just take in the teams. You can't just take in the situation. You got to take in a lot of different shit with the NBA, man. And you got to account for those runs. And you also got to account for those marketed games, man. Those marketed games. They are damn near always close. And, it's something. It's something to be said about it. I don't know exactly specifically what to say about it, but there's something to be said about it.
It's wild, man. It's wild.
It is. Well, I think that pretty much concludes today's show.
Yeah, we should have a lot bigger slate Wednesday to talk about.
Yep. Yeah, Wednesday we have a lot of NBA.
Do have a couple plays mapped out. I got a big college basketball spot for tomorrow and one of the big games tomorrow night. Got the free play today on one of the bigger games tonight, the Oklahoma State Baylor game. Possibly that Heat spot Wednesday. There's some this weekend too. So, excited to. I'm even excited for that Philly Heat game because I want to hit the Heat big Wednesday. So, personally, I'm hoping Philly wins just to set up a spot on Wednesday for it, but we'll see.
Yeah. No, I get you. I don't know if I'm officially going to put my name on the Heat money line or the Knicks yet, but I might. I just might. I might just do it. Dare I say play Heat money line. We'll see.
Ballsy.
Hey, it's the NBA, man. It's the Wild Wild West. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys make the show what it is. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Please come with your comments. If you guys want to be on the show, always email in. As always, invest wisely, live